here, and today I'm going to be looking at some more Roblox train simulators. So last time I did like part 1 and I reviewed 5, and I've got 5 more and I'll probably have to do a part 3. So let's just jump right ahead into this video. So first of all, we have Somewhere Wales. Now Somewhere Wales is like a narrow gauge railway set in Wales, and the models are really good. To be honest, there's nothing that is bland in there. Like, there's one train called Quirk, which is like quite, not looks a bit rushed, but on the cab it's very detailed, so it kind of makes up for that. And the map's really nice as well. Like, it looks very scenic. They've got all sorts of nice bridges and stuff, and the railway's all very nice. I mean, it's a shame there are no passing points because it's almost impossible to play in a public server. But, other than that, it's alright, I guess. So, yeah, that's kind of Somewhere Wales. The models are brilliant, the map's brilliant, everything. To be honest, everything's brilliant. The only downside is, as I've already mentioned, is in public servers, like, there are no signals and not enough passing places, so you often end up derailing. And some of the trains don't go down hills very well. Like, take Riley, for example. If you try to get him down to the logging one, he'll derail at about 500 billion miles per hour. So, yeah, all in all, a good game. I'm probably going to rate that 9 out of 10. Okay, so that moving on, we have Train Simulator Beta. Now, I know it sounds like the one I did in the last video, but it's different than that one. Like, that one was pretty rubbish. This one's alright. It's set in the US, and you've got a bunch of like US cargo trains. Like, sadly there are no passenger trains, but still, it's a good game. The wagons are nice. The trains are quite detailed. Like, I don't know what the real life ones look like because I'm not much of an expert in trains from the US or any other country that isn't the UK, but they look pretty good. And like good enough to what I've seen in photos of American trains, so I guess that's kind of good for the models. Now the map's a bit bland, like it's kind of like a loop and it goes around the boring part. So there's some nice scenery in the middle, but you don't see it when you're driving a train, and you'd only see this if there were cars in the game or if you're walking around. But yeah, if you're driving a train, you're driving around the abyss and it's quite boring. The port's quite nice, I guess, but still, it's not the best in the world. And it can take forever to couple up to enough coaches as well, because you need to hop in and out of the cab, and like, unless you had somebody to spawn them in for you, it would still take forever. And because of this, it blocks up the spawn points and nobody else can spawn their trains. Like, you can only have 2 people spawning in trains at the same time, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to rate that like 7 out of 10. It's average, I guess. Moving on, we have Itty Bitty Railway. Now Itty Bitty Railway is it's quite a fun game. You get to build your own railway, and yeah, there's all sorts of possibilities you can do. Like, it's quite hard to get cash going, but if you use the tactic I'm doing right here, it's pretty easy. So yeah, the possibilities are pretty much endless, and except for when you fill the map. The trains are quite nice. They look kind of realistic-ish. I mean, the PEPs don't really look much like a PEP, but they're still boxy, and they have corridor connections, and they have the right livery, so I kind of guess that's good. The Desires definitely look good. But yeah, moving on away from the train models, because those are pretty good, but like, not like just like the real things. Yeah, the scenery is pretty good. Like, you can build, they have some good, cool preset models and stuff. Although it's best to build your station out of like the blocks that they give you. That's quite cool to use. So it's a very good game. It's kind of out of the box. It's kind of like a one-off. Like, there's not many other. In fact, I don't think there are any other train sims like that. And there is a Game Pass which will allow you to drive trains, but it's like not that realistic. But the acceleration's alright, I guess. Although you can't have like a proper cab view and you can't open and close the doors. sadly, so you don't get cash by you driving, and usually the map's quite short from your train, so yeah, but it's a good game. Annoyingly, if you like don't have any Robux, it costs 35 Robux, but if you do have some spare Robux lying around, it's probably a good game to get. So yeah, that's Itty Railway. Moving on, we have Streamlined. Now, Streamlined is a very, very, very good train simulator. It's set in the 1950s in Denmark, and it has some pretty cool trains. The only drawback is they don't have interiors, so that's a bit annoying. Like, even like this train here, it's so close to getting a proper cab, but they decided to put that part in instead. But yeah, it's a good game. The scenery is excellent. Like, there is no part in the map where it gets boring. It's always got scenery, which is a good thing, so I like that. The train models look very realistic, of course, but they don't have an interior. But on the outside, they're fine. It would just be nicer if they had an interior, but oh well. Yeah, it's got some routes which are pretty cool, although you have to spend quite a lot to be able to get the routes and to buy new trains, which is a bit annoying, but I guess it's kind of what makes it addicting. So yeah, all in all, a good game. I'd probably rate it 8 out of 10. So yeah, that's pretty much Stream. Yeah, but all in all, good game. And I would definitely recommend checking it out. So next up we have Trainway. Now, Trainway is kind of like the Train's TS 2021 of Roblox. It's the ultimate train simulator on Roblox. It's kind of got the best graphics in the world for a train simulator. There's not much bad I can say about this game. It's just brilliant. The train models are off the scale, so yeah, there's pretty much nothing wrong with it, except for the fact that the route gets quite boring after you've driven down it a few times, and the stations are very boring. They're just like slabs of platform. But this game is still like in alpha, and they're still developing it. So although I've seen like sneak peeks of what's going to come, and it looks awesome. So I can't wait until the full version is released. As you can see, it costs 99 Robux, as I put that in the thumbnail. But yeah, it's a good game. It's definitely worth it. And the GUI's very nice, and it only has one train, but I think another one's coming quite soon. The doors are all animated. It's got an interior. The passengers are quite creepy, but I guess that's good. And it's just very good. They've electrified the entire line. The GUI's brilliant. It's just fun to play, really. I'd probably rate that 9 out of 10, because the only drawback is the bad quality platforms. So yeah, I think that kind of wraps up the video. So it was a bit shorter than the last one, but still I had fun making it, and there'll be part 3 coming out soon with a couple of other ones, and I think that'll be the last part in this series. And then I'll do like an aviation one at some point and a bus one at some point. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you at some point. Goodbye.